Best facts you don't know about Ford's 289 engine. What if I told you that a small block engine from the 1960s became one of the most iconic and versatile engines in automotive history? That this engine not only powered the first-generation Mustang, but also conquered Europe's racetracks, set land speed records, and went head-to-head with Ferrari? The Ford 289 engine is all of that and more. It wasn't just another V8. It was a performance machine, designed to push boundaries and rewrite history. From street cars to racing legends, the 289 played a pivotal role in shaping Ford's reputation for power and performance. The 289 engine might not have the monstrous displacement of the Ford 427 or the fame of the 302 Boss, but it left an undeniable mark on automotive history. In this video, we're going to take a deep dive into the best facts you may not know about Ford's 289 engine. Whether you're a seasoned car enthusiast or someone new to classic Fords, these facts will show you why the Ford 289 stands tall among the greats. If you're a gearhead, stick around because you're about to discover what made this engine such a legend in its own right. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Let's go. Born in the early 1960s, the Ford 289 came from a lineage of innovation. The story begins with the Windsor V8 family, introduced in 1962 as Ford's answer to the growing demand for lightweight, high-revving engines. The 221 cubic-inch Fairlane V8 kicked off the series, but it was quickly followed by the 260 V8, and then, in 1963, the famous 289. What you may not know about Ford's 289 engine is that it wasn't just a larger bore. This engine brought an entirely new approach to lightweight power. Thin-wall casting technology made the 289 compact yet durable, giving it an edge that would become legendary in the racing world. Let's talk about the specs. The 289 had a bore of 4 inches and a stroke of 2.87 inches, creating a perfect recipe for high-revving performance. The base model 289 generated 195 horsepower and 285 pound-feet of torque, but things only got better from there. Ford offered various versions, including the A-Code with 225 horsepower and the legendary K-Code Hypo model. The K-Code boasted 271 horsepower at a screaming 6,000 revolutions per minute, with a compression ratio of 10.5 to 1. This was no ordinary small block. This was an engine built to dominate, and dominate it did. The 289 found itself powering some of Ford's greatest hits, including the 289 Mustang and the Shelby GT 350. This engine was not only a road-going success, but also a track beast, winning races across the globe. The Hypo variant even made its way into Shelby Cobras, competing against the likes of Ferrari and Jaguar. It helped secure multiple championships, including the SCCA Production B category. With its lightweight design, high-revving nature, and racing pedigree, the Ford 289 is more than just an engine. It's a legend. What makes the Ford 289 engine so iconic in the world of performance cars? If you're a Mustang fan, this is the engine you need to know about. The Ford 289 not only powered the early Mustangs, but also played a pivotal role in creating one of the most legendary muscle cars of all time, the Shelby GT 350. And what you may not know about Ford's 289 engine is that it transformed the Mustang into a genuine competitor on the racetrack, and its legacy has echoed through decades of automotive history. The 289 Mustang debuted in 1964, offering both power and versatility in a compact, lightweight package. The engine came in various configurations, with the base 2-barrel carburetor version producing a respectable 195 horsepower and 285 pound-feet of torque. However, it was the 4-barrel variants that truly showcased the engine's capabilities. The high-performance A-Code 289, with a 10-to-1 compression ratio, could generate 225 horsepower and 305 pound-feet of torque. This combination of power and lightweight design made the small block Mustang a force to be reckoned with, especially in competitive motorsports. But it didn't stop there. The Shelby GT 350, introduced in 1965, pushed the Ford 289 engine to new heights. Equipped with headers, an aluminum intake, and a 4-barrel Holley carburetor, the Shelby version of the 289 cranked out 306 horsepower. This upgrade transformed the Mustang into a track-dominating machine, winning the SCCA Production B category for 3 consecutive years, beating out higher-powered rivals like the Chevrolet Corvette. Carroll Shelby's enhancements to the 289 turned it into one of Ford's best performance engines of the era, proving that bigger doesn't always mean better. So what makes this engine truly one of the best Ford engines ever made? It's the perfect balance between lightweight engineering and high-revving performance. The 289 Hypo version, in particular, featured a solid lifter camshaft, dual-point ignition, and stronger internals designed for high revolutions per minute reliability, making it ideal for both road racing and drag strips. Ford 289. Reliability and common problems. Is the legendary Ford 289 V8 engine as reliable as it's said to be? With its roots deep in American muscle car history, the Ford 289 remains a fan favorite for enthusiasts worldwide. But what happens when a nearly 60-year-old engine starts showing its age? Cooling issues seem to be one of the most common issues that quite a few 289 V8 owners face. And it's not hard to understand why. Small block radiator hoses are notorious for collapsing over time, which can hamper coolant flow. Additionally, a buildup of excess debris in the radiator from years of driving can also cause your 289 to overheat. It is a good idea to have your radiator flushed and cleaned if you are experiencing cooling problems. Old water pumps and thermostats are also a common point of failure as they degrade over time. Many 289 owners also face electrical problems and starter issues, which, once again, truly just boils down to the engine's old age. Over time, the factory or replacement distributor can wear out and crack, leading to inconsistent spark and difficulty starting. Poor running and idle can also be caused by incorrect timing. As with any engine, Ford's small blocks need properly timed spark, fuel, and air to run. If one of them is off, you're bound to have issues. Top 3 Ford 289 small block upgrades. When it comes to small block Ford engines, the 289 has earned its reputation as a powerhouse in the automotive world. Introduced in the early 60s, this engine became synonymous with performance and innovation. But what if I told you that this engine, as legendary as it is, has even more potential waiting to be unleashed? Stick around, because we're diving into the top 3 upgrades for the Ford 289 that will take your classic Mustang or other Ford vehicle. Ford 289 cylinder head upgrade. One of the main issues with early 289 small blocks is the cylinder head design. While not Ford's worst, it's far from the best. Swapping to a later 301 head doesn't offer much improvement unless you're aiming for a lower compression ratio. For stock 289 heads, porting and polishing can yield significant horsepower gains by increasing CFMs. Installing larger valves can also improve flow. Alternatively, aftermarket aluminum heads are a great option. These heads not only outperform even ported factory heads, but also offer the added benefit of being much lighter than the original cast iron ones. Ford 289 long tube headers. This is clearly a Shelby-inspired modification for the 289, as headers were a key upgrade Shelby made for the GT 350. Long tube headers have been a V8 engine essential since their inception and significantly benefit the 289 small block. The stock 289 exhaust manifold is restrictive and heavy, so replacing it with long tube headers removes this bottleneck and allows the engine to breathe better. resulting in more power. Additionally, long tube headers affect power delivery. Compared to the factory manifold, they boost mid-range and top-end performance. The 1 5/8" headers are a popular choice for early small-block Fords, offering a good balance between airflow and scavenging. Upgraded Ford 289 camshaft. Yes, camshaft upgrades are one of the most impactful modifications for a small-block Ford. A more aggressive cam can significantly boost horsepower, with milder cams adding 10 to 15 horsepower, while more extreme options may increase output by 50 to 75 horsepower. Selecting the right camshaft involves considering other modifications, rear ratio, and transmission to ensure everything works in harmony. The stock 289 engine uses an older flat tappet mechanical camshaft, but many modern performance builds have switched to hydraulic roller cams. If you choose a hydraulic cam, upgrades like rocker arms may also be necessary. COMP camshafts are widely favored among Mustang enthusiasts. The COMP 31412/8 is a popular street cam, offering improved performance without sacrificing drivability. What you may not know about Ford's 289 engine is just how successful it was on the racetrack. Beyond being a staple in the 289 Mustang and Shelby's GT350, this engine's racing legacy is second to none. What you may not know about Ford's 289 is that it wasn't just a streetcar engine. It was a force to be reckoned with on the track, from Le Mans to Bonneville. This small-block marvel helped Ford take down racing giants like Ferrari and Jaguar, setting records that still turn heads today. In 1965, Shelby and Ford teamed up to create something extraordinary. The 289 Hypo was a rev-happy engine. It was this very engine that powered Shelby's GT350 to 3 consecutive wins in the SCCA Production B category, where it dominated American tracks and held its own against Europe's best. With its small-block Mustang configuration, this engine wasn't just fast, it was nimble and could handle the twists and turns of road racing with ease. The 289's triumphs didn't stop on the circuit. In 1965, the Shelby Cobra Daytona Coupe, also fitted with a race-prepped Ford 289, shattered records at Bonneville, setting 23 individual land speed records and hitting speeds that redefined what small-block engines could do. With 4 Weber carburetors and a camshaft designed for high revolutions per minute, the 289 Le Mans spec was the engine that finally allowed Ford and Shelby to claim victory over Ferrari. Engine specifications and technical achievements. The 289 small-block Mustang engine, first introduced in 1963, was a natural evolution from Ford's earlier Windsor V8s. With a bore and stroke of 4 by 2.87 inches, this 90-degree overhead valve engine was designed to be compact, lightweight, and highly efficient. This engine initially delivered 195 horsepower at 4,400 RPM and 285 pound-feet of torque, making it a versatile power plant for a variety of Ford models. But what makes this engine truly special is how it evolved. By the mid-60s, Ford had introduced various versions, including the high-performance K-Code variant, known as the Hypo 289, which pushed the limits even further, with 271 horsepower at 6,000 revolutions per minute and 312 pound-feet of torque at 3,400 RPM. The GT350's version of the 289 produced a staggering 306 horsepower, thanks to upgrades like long tube headers, an aluminum intake manifold, and a high-flow 4-barrel carburetor. What made this engine even more adaptable was its reliability. Despite its impressive power output, the 289 was known for its durability and ease of modification. Shelby's tweaks, including improving airflow and adding a more aggressive camshaft, made the Ford 289 engine capable of handling high revolutions per minute without sacrificing longevity. It was, in every way, one of Ford's best-performing engines, whether in street cars, track monsters, or legendary race cars. In conclusion, the Ford 289 engine's lightweight, high-revving nature and adaptability in performance settings cement its place as one of Ford's greatest engines. Its impact on the world of racing and everyday performance vehicles is unmatched. Whether in the Shelby Cobra, GT 350, or your favorite small-block Mustang, the best performance from Ford's 289 engine still resonates today. So, what do you think about Ford's 289 engine now? Its lightweight design, versatility, and incredible performance made it a cornerstone of Ford's success in the 1960s and beyond. From the Shelby GT 350 to the Bonneville Salt Flats, the 289 proved time and again that bigger doesn't always mean better. We've covered the best facts you may not know about Ford's 289 engine, from its humble beginnings in the Windsor family to its racing triumphs across the globe. Now, we want to hear from you. Do you have any personal stories about the Ford 289? Which of these facts surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Muscle Car Master channel for more deep dives into American muscle cars legends. See you next time.